Hey, everybody. Welcome to Casting Actors Cast, the podcast that puts the act back in, well, acting, and occasionally overreact, depending upon how much coffee I've had before the recording. We're going to talk today about voice acting versus on camera acting. We're going to talk about the differences. Have you thought about doing voiceover work? We're going to get into it. Stay tuned to Casting Actors Cast.
Casting actors cast, what a show! With Jeffrey Dreisbach, we're ready to go. From agents to gigs, learn what you like. Tune in every week, we're bringing you back.
Here he is, your host, Jeffrey Dreisbach.
We're going to continue the conversation right after this. Well, hello and welcome to today's episode of Casting Actors Cast. I'm your host, Jeffrey Dreisbach. I'm a casting director, author, teacher, and your friendly neighborhood voice in your earbuds. Today, we're diving into a topic that honestly is close to my diaphragm. I mean heart. The curious, quirky, and quickly expanding world of voice acting and how it stacks up against the good old-fashioned on-camera work. But first, this is that moment of the episode where I get to say thank you for tuning into Casting Actors Cast. It's a pleasure having you here. I look forward to sharing this information with you today, but I also ask in return that you might want to check out the website. It's castingactorscast.com. You're going to find all kinds of interesting things there. One, you're going to see that my new book is now available through Amazon. The link is right there, or you can go to Amazon. It's called Booked It: The Actor's Playbook for Getting Cast. I think you're going to really like it. It's 180 pages. It's really helpful information for you to feel more comfortable and more confident as an actor. Additionally, there's a form there that says dive into the talent pool on the website, and all you do is fill out that form. You give me your name and your email. By the way, I don't do anything with that. I don't spam you. I might on occasion send out an announcement about an upcoming episode or something like that, but I'm very, very respectful of you providing that information. I'm not trying to snag you into anything at all, but it does make you part of this community, which is why I have that available to you. When you open up and give me that, fill out that form, it opens up actually a free downloadable PDF book on doing voiceover work. It's called Conversation Pieces Out of the Studio, the voiceover workshop for professional actors. Also, there's a free video called Casting Secrets, What They Don't Tell You. So lots of stuff going on the website. You also have access to all the previous episodes. So the entire catalog of Casting Actors Cast is also available to you there. My shout out to my friends at Actors Connection, and I'm delighted that Broadway Podcast Network continues to support this podcast. And so wherever you're getting your podcasts, I appreciate all the kind words and nice messages I've been receiving. I really appreciate it. If you want to leave a review, a like, a share, I wouldn't mind at all, especially on iTunes. Those reviews on iTunes are extremely important. Frankly, it just gives me, reason to stay motivated and provide this content, provide this information for you. So I hope that is not too kind of sales pitchy. All right. Let's talk about this voice acting. Now, if you're an actor who's been pounding the pavement literally, if you've ever tried finding a parking spot near a Midtown audition, you might be thinking, Jeff, voice acting? Isn't that just for cartoon characters and talking cereal boxes? Oh, my dear listener, that was so 1997. Voice acting today has become a massive industry. We're talking audiobooks, podcasts, e-learning modules, video games, meditation apps, smart assistants, and even, wait for it, AI-generated clones of real voices. Yeah, I know, it's a little creepy, but you know what? If Siri ever sounds like Morgan Freeman, I'm not going to complain. So let's get into it. If you're used to on-camera work, the jump to voice acting isn't just a change in mediums. It's a full-on mindset shift. It's what I call the invisible actor. See, here's the thing. When you're on camera, you've got your eyes, you've got your body language, your carefully chosen wardrobe, even your eyebrows doing half the acting for you. You know what I mean? That intense squint you do to show your emotional depth. That smirk that says, I'm the lovable bad boy. Yeah, none of that shows up in the voiceover booth, right? In voice acting, everything, and I mean everything, has to live in your voice. Your performance has to be so vivid, so alive, that people can picture you without ever seeing you. Think of it as acting in the dark. No props, no lighting, and probably wearing pajama pants or something. Honestly, that's one of the perks. I tell you, you haven't lived until you've played a screaming dragon warrior in a pair of fuzzy slippers. I have. I was a voiceover actor while I was doing my regular acting for many, many years before I became a casting director. I am the voice of Mr. Brushy Brushy, the singing toothbrush. I'm also the outer space lime on Palmolive Liquid, the dishwashing detergent. So I've had a lot of experience in doing animated voices as well as straight voices as well. So let's talk about the demands of doing voiceover work. It has to do with tone, cadence, and emotions. Oh my. So how do you make a performance come alive using just your voice? I think you've got to master tone. Are you able to produce a friendly tone, or mysterious? Or are you good at being sarcastic or seductive? Now let's talk about cadence. Are you rushing through a line like a squirrel on espresso, or delivering it slow and smooth like jazz on a Sunday morning? And of course, emotional delivery. You have to feel everything and send it all through your voice like you're acting through a straw. A weirdly powerful straw that can either book you the gig or leave you wondering why your audiobook narration sounded like Siri's emotionally distant cousin. Now let's move into what I call vocal gym time. It means that you need to develop your voice. No two voices are alike. The uniqueness of your voice is why voiceover work can be so lucrative and fun. But this also means that you have to develop vocal control. I'm talking breathing exercises, articulation drills, and yes, even vocal warm-ups that make you sound like a barnyard animal. The moo, the neigh, the buzz, all that's fair game. The microphone is merciless. It picks up everything. Your mouth clicks, your dry lips, your neighbor's leaf blower, your cat knocking over your water bottle mid-take. And if your mouth sounds like it's hosting a Rice Krispies convention, you're going to want to invest in some editing software, or at least a very kind audio engineer. And then, of course, we have to say welcome to your new co-star, the home studio. Let's not forget your new co-star in voice acting is technology. If you want to get serious about this stuff, you're going to need a home recording setup. But listen, don't panic. You don't need a NASA-grade sound lab. You can start simple. A decent USB mic, some foam padding, a pop filter, and a quiet space that doesn't echo like your high school gym. Listen, I've seen some truly creative sound booths. Closets full of sweaters, makeshift pillow forts, cars parked in garages. Hey, I know that there's one actor I know, he records inside a giant cardboard refrigerator box. He calls it the Booth of Dreams. Honestly, it works. Finally, one of the best parts about voice acting is that it frees you from you. If you're 5'2" and you always get cast as the quirky best friend, in voice acting, you can be a menacing ogre, a charming spaceship captain, a wise old tree. You don't need to look the part. You just need to sound the part. And let me tell you, it's incredibly liberating. I once cast a voice actor in a commercial who sounded like a suave 30 something. It turns out he was 17 and recorded from his parents' basement with laundry running in the background. Magic, right? The great equalizer. Remote recording, and thanks to digital platformings like shout outs to sites like voices.com, Backstage, and Voice123, you can audition and book work from anywhere. New York, Los Angeles, Peoria, Saskatchewan. Listen, if you've got a mic and Wi Fi, you are in the game. The remote access in technology has blown the gates wide open. You don't have to wait around for pilot season or hope for a guest starring role that might just fall into your lap like a wayward boom mic. You can create your own momentum right from your closet. We're going to continue the conversation right after this. Let's talk about expanding the actor's toolbox. Adding voice acting to your actor toolkit isn't just smart, in my view, it's strategic. Not only are you opening up creative possibilities, but you're building a more consistent income stream. While on-camera gigs might be fewer and farther between, voice work can keep things flowing between those Netflix guest stars and indie film roles where you're paid in pizza. Plus, voice acting, it sharpens your skills across the board. Your listening, your imagination, your storytelling chops. It makes you a more versatile actor, period. But I do have to qualify some of this information. As excited and enthusiastic as I am about doing voiceover work, we need to talk about some other darker areas. Because the idea of doing voice work is so popular, and because the technology has made it accessible to so many people, the market is flooded with all kinds of talent, some unbelievably great and some not very good at all. The challenge now is to get heard for the auditions that you submit yourself for. The business side of voiceover work hasn't changed a lot. It has expanded considerably rather, because of the amount of attention it has gotten. But still, having somebody representing you for voiceover work is a smart idea. I know that you can do a lot of this work online, as I mentioned, but please consider the business side, which is a completely different, separate universe than the acting side. So I'm not here to dissuade you at all. In fact, just the opposite. But going in with clear eyes and understand that it is such a popular way for a lot of actors to get employed and to book gigs. It is also a market that is completely flooded. So just as a cautionary tale, being aware of that means that you need to develop some kind of a strategy, some kind of an approach. Once you get your voiceover setup done, your closet, your space, wherever you're going to be recording, it's also equally important to have a plan in mind for how you're going to get into the market of doing voiceover work. That takes more time. So, being aware of that is only something I'm hoping that you will embrace and not be shocked by, because it can take a lot of time away from other acting choices that you might have available to you. So think it through. So here are some final thoughts. And whether you're already mic curious or if you're just dipping your toe in the voiceover pool, I encourage you to play. I encourage you to explore. And listen, why not just record yourself reading something ridiculous to get started? Like, why not do Harry Potter in a pirate voice? Go for it. How about your dog's inner monologue? Why not? See, voice acting is here to stay, my friends. And for the actors willing to embrace the weirdness, the warmth, and the vocal acrobatics, it offers a world of opportunity. And hey, If your face was made for radio, like mine allegedly is, then baby, welcome home. Thanks for listening to Casting Actors Cast. If you like today's episode, please make sure to subscribe, leave a review, or shout it out on social media if you would. And don't forget, you've got a voice. Use it. Until next time, break a lip. I'm Jeffrey Dreisbach. This is Casting Actors Cast.
It's been great having you in our talent pool today. Your support means the world to us, so please consider sharing, liking, and reviewing this episode wherever you jump in. I'm Megan Grace Martinez. Thanks.